Okay, so guys, in this video we have to find the derivative of function 1 divided by x plus b power 5. Okay, so first of all, let's start by making this thing or this equation actually a function. Okay, so 1 divided by ax plus b power 5, and what am I going to do in the next step is that I am going to reciprocate this thing, because if I get the reciprocal, I'm going to have this thing in the numerator and the denominator would be finished, and it would be much simpler to solve this question. Okay, so right now, let's take this thing as common, as a requirement of using the binomial expression method, right? So we can see ax plus b is present in this entire thing, so I can put a 1 over here. Okay, and the thing which is not common is a dot delta x. So how are we going to deal with it? A dot delta x divided by the thing which is present over here, because you know that the powers are same, so the powers are going to be as it is, right? The only thing which is different is a dot delta x. And how are we going to deal with it? By taking out this thing common, you can simply put a dot delta x divided by ax plus b. All right, minus this ax plus b power minus 5 is the same, and it is exactly the same as this one, so I can simply put a 1 over here. Okay, now we can apply the binomial expression in this thing, right? So I'm going to use the binomial expression method, and what does it actually says is that it says that the first thing should go as it is. Okay, don't mess with that thing. Next, first of all, you have to multiply only by the power 1. Okay, so a dot delta x divided by ax plus b, and in the second thing, minus 5. All right, let me write it on the next line. Minus 5 minus 1 divided by 2 factorial. Okay, why 2 factorial? Because there are two terms in the top in the numerator. Okay, and also this second term, all of the effect is going to take place in the second term. Okay, so the second term becomes a dot delta x divided by ax plus b with a whole power of 2, right? 2 factorial, 2 power. Okay, and that's enough. You don't need to divide by 2. 2 factorial is actually equal to 2. And now what is remaining? A squared dot delta x squared divided by ax plus b whole square. Remember, I cannot put a square on these terms separately because there is a positive sign, which means that they're being added. In this term, I had a product sign, which is a dot. Okay, it is actually being multiplied. So I can put the squares, I can individually multiply the squares inside those two product terms. Okay, now don't forget to put these continuous terms, and you can see that there's a delta x over here, right? And there's also delta x present over here in this second term, right? These two are two separate terms, so I can take out delta x common. Okay, so let's just take out delta x common. Now if I take out delta x common, the first term is having only first power of delta x, right? So it would just become common and it would just be vanished. It would completely go out from the equation, right? And in the second term, minus 5 minus 1 divided by 2 a square dot, what was the exponent of delta x? It was delta x power squared, right? And we are taking out only one common, right? So if we are taking out one common, what is remaining? Right, there is one remaining over there, so we are going to put delta x over here, the first power delta x. Okay, and in the denominator we have ax plus b power squared. plus dot, 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 right? Now, I told you, I have been telling you from the previous videos that you have to simplify up to a point where you can take out delta x common, right? So I have the delta x common and I can simply cancel out it from the both sides by dividing it from the both sides, right? And why I did this? Because this is the fifth step of solving using the first principle method, okay? Now, I can simply apply my limit on both sides, which would move towards the ending of this question. Limit delta x approaches to 0. Don't mess with this term throughout the question, okay? Because this term has nothing to do with the binomial expression. It was just necessary to take out common, okay? Minus 5 divided by ax plus b plus minus 5 minus 5 minus 1 divided by 2 a square dot delta x ax plus b power 2. Now, wherever there is a delta x, you can put a 0 over there, right? So dy by dx, wherever there is a delta x, there's only one delta x present in this entire thing, and that is over here. So you can simply put a 0 over there, and if you put a 0 over this entire term would become cancelled, right? It would become 0, okay? It wouldn't exist anymore, right? So what is remaining? Ax plus b. The other terms would remain unaffected, okay? They won't be changed or they won't be altered by this limit or anything, right? So minus 5 divided by ax plus b, and this is our final derivative, but you can go a step further and continue doing this derivative thing by moving the denominator to the top, and if you do so, you would get an exponent -1, and when the bases are same, the powers are added, okay? When the bases are same, the powers are added. So minus 5 plus minus 1 is actually minus 5 minus 1, minus 5 plus minus 1. This negative multiplied by the positive gives the answer negative. So minus 5 minus 1, and that is minus 5 ax plus b minus 6, and this is the final derivative of the function d by dx, 1 divided by ax plus b power 5.